the business we are in at LSU, providing a world-class experience for our student athletes to compete and earn their degrees.
Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Emily Dixon, and welcome to this week's episode of Inside LSU Sports, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. It was another jam-packed week in LSU athletics. Among the highlights, a few SEC individual titles were taken home. There were more wins in the sand for Russell Brock and his squad, and yet another softball series win over a team out of Texas. But let's start today's show off with Mike Smith and LSU Gymnastics head coach Jay Clark as they recap a wild finish to the SEC Championships and look forward to the NCAA Regionals and a chase for a national championship.
Inside LSU Sports, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you each week by the 8 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Planet Fitness, official gym partner of the LSU Tigers. Rouse's Markets, official supermarket of LSU Athletics. Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by Williamson Cosmetic Center and Paranac Aesthetic Surgery, where you'll always place first with us.
There's so much that is impressive about Haley Bryant.
This is Bryant's ball, one of the best in the world.
So perfectly well-rounded across all 4 events. Haley is such a strong all-around gymnast. No weakness.
Haley Bryant, freshman from Cornelius, North Carolina, your Southeastern Conference Freshman of the Year, yet another Fighting Tiger claiming that award. Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Mike Smith, along with our head coach, Jay Clark from the LSU Gymnastics Training Center. What a tremendous week of Southeastern Conference gymnastics. The city of Huntsville really showed out for all of the teams that participated. It was a great, comfortable home for the championship. We enjoyed being there, and your Fighting Tigers also put on a tremendous show. Jay, first of all, congratulations, another Freshman of the Year, Haley Bryant.
Yeah, I mean, she had an incredible season. It became relatively obvious that was going to be the case. We were hoping that she would win that, and to have her win it, consecutively with Kaya winning it last year, I think that just speaks volumes about what the future of this program looks like.
It does indeed. And speaking of the future, how about your team at the Southeastern Conference Championships, Jay? First of all, speak about the environment, a championship quality environment.
Well, it really was. And the city of Huntsville and the Southeastern Conference and Knight Edie, the group that David Knight, who used to be a commissioner at the SEC, just really came together and pulled something off in a very short period of time that was they had to move mountains to make it happen once New Orleans decided that they wouldn't let us have fans in the venue, to scramble and to be able to pull off the quality of the event, to make it an experience for our student athletes the way that they did. Just an amazing job, and kudos to the city of Huntsville and to that organization for getting it done.
And your Tigers had a great day of practice on Friday, got you fine-tuned, ready to go. And I thought when you walked into the arena on Saturday evening, the Tigers just had that eye of the Tiger.
We did. I told the team beforehand, their energy and the things they were saying, the looseness that they were presenting when we went into warm-ups. And just when you see those kinds of things, it calms you down as a coach because you know your team's where they need to be mentally. And I really felt like, they showed that virtually throughout the meet. It doesn't mean we didn't have a couple of mistakes along the way, but but their approach and their mindset and their steadfast ability to not let things snowball demonstrated, and I thought we showed a lot of growth in this competition.
You really did, and right off the bat on the uneven bars, your first event, Kaya Johnson, an amazing start, but that lineup just continued to build and build and build, which is what you want to see in the postseason.
Absolutely. I thought the execution was as good as it's been all year. I thought our landings were good. We stuck 3 or 4 dismounts that were just really good. I thought Chase Brock really showed some growth and really was aggressive with getting her handstands up, which has been a nemesis for her all year long. There was so many good positive things, and to start on that event first up and score what we did when the judging tends to be a little tighter was a great start for us and a good way to get us going.
Olivia Dunn and Alona Shenikova had some really great routines in the midst of that lineup as well. And then, of course, you finish it out. Sammy Durante, the senior, just a tremendous opportunity for her to finish out a Southeastern Conference championship that strong. Really had to touch your heart.
Yeah, well, Sammy's been there for us since day one. And as a freshman, she did one event, and she was the lead off on bars. And so half the time she was done after the first routine. She didn't do another thing in meets, and then over the course of her career she's developed into a 3-eventer and ended up in the number 6 spot for us on bars, and really proud of her as a senior. Not many seniors have come along in my time that have been as diligent and as tough-minded as she has, and she's just a great kid and one that we're going to hate to see go.
1/10 meet after the first rotation, Jay, and now you're moving over to the beam routines. And again, an opportunity for you to sort of settle, take that first big breath, and focus in on that 4 inches is just an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, and I thought we did a good job. I thought, they got back into the right mindset, calmed down a little bit after the initial excitement of getting the meet started, and did a serviceable job on balance beam. We weren't perfect by any means, but we didn't have any major problems that came along, and so I thought that was a good momentum maintainer for us. It didn't really grow anything, but halfway through we were about a tenth and a half away from where I thought we needed to be, going into this meet.
Absolutely, and at the halfway point of the Southeastern Conference Championship, it's anybody's meet, and we'll have the second half of it coming right up after this quick timeout inside LSU Sports.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
That's fake, mi amor. Ice cream?
Yeah!
Okay.
Protect your connected devices with advanced security included with Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi.
When you're expecting, you have expectations. But what if there was more? What if your caregivers were your teachers and your cheerleaders, and they helped you plan and prepare so you can have a voice in your care? This is the experience of a lifetime. An experience matters. Your experience starts with the Pregnancy Navigator at Women's Hospital.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by TJ Ribs, legendary Louisiana barbecue.
Welcome back inside LSU Sports from the LSU Gymnastics Training Center. We're at the halfway point of the SEC Gymnastics Championship this past week over in Huntsville, Alabama, and a great opportunity for us to pause and award our Women's Hospital Exceptional Performer or Performers, Jay, of the Week. You know, all season long we've had this issue where it's hard to just pick one. Vault team or the 10th 10 in SEC gymnastics history on the floor. It's one or the other. I can't choose.
No, I think they both were very instrumental in the result of this competition. So I'd say give it to both of them.
All right, both of them it is. Your Women's Hospital Exceptional Performers of the Week. The LSU vaulting team at the SEC Championships and Kaya Johnson's perfect 10 on the floor there in Huntsville. Now, Jay, at the halfway point of the meet, it is anybody's meet. As we said, your Tigers are coming over to the floor. How about those Tiger fans that traveled so very well? They can see and look directly down on that floor. You really had that eye.
Yeah, and it was a great crowd. I don't know, we had a couple hundred people in the stands that were as vocal as any group in there, and I know they were outnumbered by the Alabama folks, but just it was really great to be able to see them, interact with them, and it gets our fans, our kids really juiced up when they know that those fans are up there.
Absolutely you did. And then, of course, right off the bat, you're getting off to a pretty good start on floor. And again, trying to build through that lineup. Of course, we've already given away that we finished with the perfect 10
right.
on the floor. But in between, Jay, I thought some of the tumbling, some of the technical aspects were as good as we've seen all season.
Yeah, we did see a couple of mistakes, but I think Christina Desiderio is in that first spot up for the second time in her career. Did an admirable job. A little bit of a stumble in the middle pass, but nothing too crazy. Got us started off with a solid 9.85, and then we moved into the meat of the order where I thought 2, 3, and 4 were going to be crucial for us because we know that 5 and 6 typically are there. We needed 2, 3, and 4 to do really, really well. Alona Shenikova did that and went 9.925 for us, and then we had a little bit of a problem with Sierra getting a little short on some of her tumbling, and her leaps were not what they've had. She's been battling a quad injury that may have affected her just a little bit. And of course, Sarah Edwards, who's been there for us all year long, on 9.9 almost all year long. You can't falter. Every now and then, everybody's going to make a mistake. She went big and went out of bounds, and so that right there ended up, as it turned out, probably wound up being the difference in the meet, was that middle of our lineup kind of having a little bit of a lull on floor.
After floor, you had to pull the troops together. You saw that there was a window to victory, but it really relied on some really big vaults, and you got them.
Well, and I told the team when we went over there, because they've been vaulting so well, I told them, look, we don't have to be perfect to win this thing. And we've said that all year long. We don't. We needed to be a little more perfect than we ended up being. But I felt like if I could get them in that mindset, that they would just go over there, and vault had been clicking so well for the last 3 or 4 weeks, that if they can just get into a rhythm and catch the momentum there, they could really put some pressure on Alabama on the last rotation, and that's exactly what they did.
You're building all through the 9.9 corridor for vaulting, and meanwhile, Alabama's over on the balance beam. Going into the final person on beam, the Tigers actually had reclaimed the lead. You'd actually taken the lead by a small amount. Credit to Alabama for closing the deal there over on the balance beam. But I'll tell you, Jay, that SEC championship was a tremendous event all around.
Well, when it comes down to the final routine, then you know you've had a good championship, and that's really where it was. We were in it till the very last event. We had to sit there and watch the final 3 or 4 beam routines because we were done. And as you said, credit to Alabama for doing the job. But when you can be in it up until the last final dismount of the entire routine and there's suspense, then you've done a pretty good job.
And look, to put a button on it, third highest team score for LSU ever at an SEC championship. So kudos to you and the coaching staff for having the team ready to go. And now we move on to the next phase of the championship season. We've learned that we go to Utah, out to Salt Lake City area to participate in the NCAA regionals. It seems like LSU is not only a staple there, but also a staple moving into the national semifinals.
Well, we hope so. You know, the format changed 2 years ago, and so it has become, it's gone from 6 regional sites with 6 teams in it to 4 regional sites with 8 teams in it. So the top teams are much more concentrated in each regional site. So it's a much more treacherous journey to make it to the NCAA semifinals than it used to be. And, you know, we saw it happen to Florida 2 years ago when they got eliminated. And so my expectation, and it's for the good of the sport really, is that as things go along, we'll see more upsets. We just don't want to be the victim of those upsets. And so our plan is to go out there and, you know, knock it out the first and second day and be able to get back here and get prepared to go to Fort Worth.
Well, we thank you, Tiger fans, for joining us inside LSU Sports for this look inside LSU Gymnastics. More championship season is around the corner, and we'll be right back after this quick timeout.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice. And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus notes.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
We get it. It feels like everything has changed. Masking up, changing demands at work, fewer gatherings. But one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to your health. It's why Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group keeps finding better ways to serve you. Video visits with one of our providers, online scheduling, weekend hours, and nearly 100 locations where providers know your medical history. Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group, providing you with the best care where and when you need it.
This is Ford Truck Month. Get the best offers of the year on America's best-selling trucks, like the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with a tailgate that doubles as a work surface. And count on the legendary performer, Ford Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup. This is Ford Truck Month. Don't miss it. Now get $4,250 cash back on a 2021 F-150 only during Ford Truck Month at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
When the ground shifts beneath you, you can run or you can stand firm. At LSU, our stand is rock solid. Our blood runs hot even as our heads stay cool. Because now is a pivotal moment in the fight for our future. And we refuse to back down when the world needs solutions. LSU, fierce for the future.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by Assurance Financial, lending the way home buyers prefer it.
With a trip to the West Coast coming, number 3 LSU was back in Baton Rouge over the weekend for the annual LSU Beach Invitational. With 5 wins and the sweep, head coach Russell Brock said the sample size so far has the Tigers trending in the right direction. Here's a look back at the action from this past weekend.
all the ways you love to play. Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
When you're expecting, you have expectations. But what if there was more? What if your caregivers were your teachers and your cheerleaders, and they helped you plan and prepare so you can have a voice in your care? This is the experience of a lifetime, and experience matters. Your experience starts with the Pregnancy Navigator at Women's Hospital.
To the people stepping up in the face of an unprecedented challenge, thank you for everything you're doing to serve our communities and keep us safe. To the people of Hancock Whitney, thanks for being the ones our clients can count on. Because even though it feels like everything has changed right now, it's reassuring to see that some things haven't. We'll get through this the same way we always do, together.
When the ground shifts beneath you, you can run or you can stand firm. At LSU, our stand is rock solid. Our blood runs hot, even as our heads stay cool. Because now is a pivotal moment in the fight for our future. And we refuse to back down when the world needs solutions. LSU, fierce for the future.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, LSUshop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, LSUshop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Sports is brought to you each week by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Academy Sports and Outdoors. With curbside pickup, it's never been easier to shop in store or online at academy.com.
Johnson now for LSU.
A few times they have to protect her Achilles, but watch this. Huge twisting double back, excellent control. Perfect control on that one. Guy has great air awareness to sticking landings on floor, especially with the bounce here. Pike double back.
Nice.
An exceptional job.
Martinez sends a deep drive towards left center, and a diving catch and another highlight grab. How many of those can she have in one season? Aaliyah Andrews takes extra bases away from McKenzie.
That ball's hit hard to right center field. Back at the track, at the wall, it is gone! Brody Cross leaves the yard, and the Tigers now leading 5-2.
That may be one they look at in a moment. Lofton, the frustration's coming out. Thomas, triple. Cam Thomas nails the three. Kept alive by Watford, and then Cam Thomas nails the three.
I'm glad of LSU playing for a long time. See what she can do here.
It feels like we could make a whole top plays just from Aaliyah Andrews' catches from this past season. The Air Aaliyah has become a staple for the Tigers as LSU star center fielder continues to turn in impressive web gems. And Andrews came up big again this past weekend, making start number 225 in the purple and gold as the Tigers captured the series win over Texas A&M.
To the gap in left center. Oh my goodness, Andrews dove for it and got another one.
I have no idea how Andrews got to that ball. I guess after 5 years I should quit asking. That ball had gap written all over it. Andrews into the gap, laid out, and does what Aaliyah Andrews does. Here's the 3-1 to Sinceri. There's a drive to left. It's hit a long, long way, and it hit the light pole. It is a home run. Not much doubt about it when it left the bat, and it hit way up on the light pole out on the Tiger Terrace. Here's the 1-1 to Doyle. Line drive, right field, base hit. It's going to be a diving stop by the right fielder to keep it from going to the fence, but that's going to put runners at second and third. That is a 2-run double for Amanda Doyle, and it's 6-1 LSU. Here's the 2-1. Line drive caught by Doyle. Throw to first. Double play. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got her on a rise ball. Went up the ladder and got her third strikeout and got out of some third inning trouble. No runs or hits, and they leave 2. As Andrews steps in, her average at 361. She slaps it on the ground. It's off to shortstop into left field. Runner around third. Antoine's going to score. Going to third is Callan. She is safe. Behind her, Andrews to second. She's safe. And it is a 1-1 ball game. Righty bat. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball. One hop to Doyle to second for one. Third to first. Double play. 5-4-3. It was turned well. That ball
From LSU spring football to all the buzz at Alex Box, we will have plenty of coverage for you all spring long on everything happening around campus. So be sure to tune in each week. I'm Emily Dixon, and as always, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Inside LSU Sports presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. We'll see you next week.